What is happening, Nintendo fans? chumq back again with another video. Now today I have myself a copy of the coveted Nintendo Classic Mini, which just came out and was released about a month ago. Now luckily I was able to pre-order this and save myself one of these things. I was actually away on a holiday in Japan and I've come back to my copy. Luckily they put it away for me. Now I'd like to unbox this for you guys and show you what's inside and give you my thoughts on the Nintendo Classic Mini. So here we have a look at the front of the box. You've got the Nintendo console, a very miniature tiny one, and a controller. So they've got quite a lot of good games packaged in this Nintendo Mini Classic. 30 of the best games that have ever been produced out of the Nintendo system when this came out back in 1985. Now here is a look at the back of the packaging. We've got the games that are pre-installed. As I mentioned a while ago, we've got your Super Mario Bros., Legend of Zelda, Kirby's Adventure, Donkey Kong, Super Mario Bros. 3. We've even got Pac-Man, Metroid, Mega Man 2, Final Fantasy. I mean, the list is pretty good considering that it's only 30 games. You cannot upgrade this or update this. This does not connect to Wi-Fi at all, so what you see is what you get, and that's everything in the box. Now onto the side, it says Retro Blast from the past. We've got a graphic of Donkey Kong and a few barrels that he chucks down at Mario. It says here, it's a Retro Blast from the past with the return of the all-time fan favorite Nintendo Entertainment System. Now this is all packed with 30 games, and I'm quite happy of the games they've actually chosen. Now there's about 700 odd games that came out in the lifespan of the Nintendo Entertainment System. Having 30 of the best games in it was quite good. It's about 4% of the total games that they've actually produced on this system. Now, if you think about it, pound for pound, the price of this is 120 New Zealand dollars, which I bought this for. If you divide that by 30 games, it roughly comes out to about $4 per game, which is actually pretty good because if you actually buy this from the store, the Nintendo store, it's probably going to cost you around about maybe $13, $15, depending on which game you get. So it's actually quite a good investment to get one of these things. All right, so let's just get this box opened up and see what's inside. Here we go. So it's quite a small packaging, as it is a very small console. The controller is actually just as big as the actual console it comes with. Now, here is some operations manual that comes out from the top. Opening up, the first thing we'll see is the controller that it comes with. So let's just get this opened up. Got some nice blue plastic covering this thing. Now the only thing that I have a gripe about this is that the cord is very short. Like literally unplayably short unless you're very nearsighted and you like to play games with the TV right in front of your face. Now I myself do not like that. Like, look at this. That's the length of the cord. That is very short. We got to do something about that. Here is a look at the controller, which is modeled exactly after the original NES controller back from 1985. Check that out. The only difference that I've noticed is that the back part has a different inscriptions here, but otherwise looks exactly the same, apart from this bit here that has a different connector port to the console itself. So you're not going to be able to get any of your old NES controllers and plug it into the Classic Mini. Alright, up next we have the console itself. Look at how small this thing is. Like, putting it together with the controller you've got, it's literally the same width of the controller. Check that out, that's really tiny. This fits at the palm of your hand, so tiny, and it's very light as well. As you see here in the front, you've got the Nintendo Entertainment System logo. You've got your power and reset button. Over here, you've got the two outlets to plug up to 2 controllers. Now, unfortunately, it only comes with one, and you'll have to buy a second one as an add-on. Onto the back, you've got your HDMI and your power supply here. And that's it. That's all you have. Finally, we've got your power cords. You've got your HDMI cable that plugs nicely into your Nintendo Classic Mini. And your USB power cord. Now the thing is, this doesn't actually come with a power adapter. I haven't bought one myself, but I'm hoping that my old iPhone charger will plug nicely into that and give this thing juice. Otherwise, you'll need to buy another power adapter separately. So those are two things that I just don't understand why they did it. A very short cord, and it doesn't even include a power adapter. Now, because I'm not a fan of playing very close to the TV, I had to buy one of these extension cords. They actually sell this separately. I bought this for $15 from the retailer. 2-meter long controller extension cable that you can buy separately. Now, there are probably other different generic ones that you can buy, but if you do want to extend the cord, you do have to buy one of these extension cables, which will give you a bit more distance from the TV and your console. Otherwise, you'll be playing with the TV, as I said, right in front of you. Now, unfortunately, it only comes with one controller, and if you do want to play 2 players, you have to buy one of these things. This is a second separate controller that they don't sell with the console itself. This is an add-on. It's about 20 bucks extra if you want to buy one of these things. Let's just get this opened and see if there's anything else special inside this box. Doubt it though, but just have a look. Yep, so it's just basically the extra controller, just like the one that comes with the console. There you go, that's the second controller. So you need 2 of these. Have to buy this separately as an add-on. Need to get one of these things if you want to make sure that you play a bit further away from the TV. If you don't actually mind, then that's still fine, you can. But I myself prefer to play games a bit away from the TV. These are the things that you need to get. 2-meter controller extension cable. Highly recommended. Alright, so I'm sure you guys want to check out the interface. Here we have the interface of the Nintendo Classic Mini. Quite a cool interface that they've built here. We've got the 30 games lined up. Very easy to shuffle between them. As you can see here, I'm just going through them really quickly. You've got your Super Mario, you've got your Zelda, Balloon Fight. Very cool game options here. Pressing up, you can actually change the display. And there are 3 options. You can even use a CRT filter, so to mimic what the TVs back in the day looked like before everything went digital. 4:3 or pixel perfect are the other options. Let's just leave it there, pixel perfect. Options, let's have a look there. You can even do a demo, auto shutdown, screen burn reduction, change the language, even get a manual by typing in or scanning a QR code. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Pressing down, you can even have suspend points or saving, which are not available in the old school games. I believe the Legend of Zelda was the first game that you could actually save your file or save the game, which was quite revolutionary at the time. Imagine playing a game and dying and having to do everything back again. Games back in the day were pretty intense, I'll tell you that. But let's just take a game at random, and then oh, here, Donkey Kong, perfect. Check it out and look at the graphics. Alright, so this is the classic Donkey Kong on my TV. Quite a good display if you have a look at it. Alright, we've got Mario just making his way up. So this is quite a good device. They've actually done it really well. It's really good to play all the classic games here. So I'm going to enjoy this quite a lot because it's just bringing back a lot of memories for me. And I'm sure all my old school friends will enjoy coming to the house and playing this game as well. Now, if you weren't fortunate enough to get yourself a copy of this thing, you can always check on the secondhand market. These things are selling like crazy on eBay. They've got quite a lot of stock there, but they're pretty much double, sometimes even triple the price. So just make sure that you look for a reputable seller and try to get them as cheap as possible. Remember, these retail for about 120 New Zealand dollars. I've been seeing these doubling up in eBay, as you can see. Now, Nintendo have done a very limited print run of these Nintendo Classic Mini consoles. I've actually had the first one, day 1 release. They've done a second run, I think, in production, and that's quickly sold out. So you really need to get this via the secondhand market, Trade Me or eBay or whatever other online secondhand retailers you can find. But try not to pay too much for it. It's a bit crazy. But if you can get yourselves a hand on one of these things at a good price, it's actually a very good value for money. Plus, it's really cute. Now also, if you're thinking to buy the original NES console that was made back in 1985, those things will probably fetch you about, say, $100 odd, plus you'll have to buy the games on top of that. So if you look at it overall, this is actually a very good product that Nintendo come out with, despite the flaws that I mentioned, like the cables and the adapter. Alright guys, so that was a look at the unboxing and my view on the Nintendo Classic Mini. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel, tell me what you think. Let me know if you guys got yourself a copy or not. Hopefully you were able to. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to play these classic retro games. So I'll see you guys next time.